All right, what's up? This your boy B to the Bhillz. This is Bhillz live from the basement, brought to you by Worldwide Collaboration and Quality Music Management. All right, we got a special guest in the building today. I'm gonna let him introduce himself and tell him a little bit about like what he does and stuff. So for the people that are just not getting familiar with you and stuff, go ahead and tell the people who you are and just a little bit about what you do.
Yo, what's up, y'all? Uh, nice to be here. I've been waiting for this for like a month, so I'm finally here. And yeah, my name is Olle, unkiikbeats. I'm from Sweden. Uh, I mean, I've been doing music for a while now, uh, about 20 plus years. Um, yeah, I have a girlfriend. She also makes music. What else? I have two cats. And yeah, nowadays I'm just working with music pretty much. So it's
So
about time to show myself a little bit.
yeah, definitely, definitely. So what was it that made you start wanting to start making music? Like what was it that inspired you to start making music?
I mean, it's probably the way it makes me feel, the vibe it gives me,
That's what's up.
and it's very nice to listen to dope songs and beats and stuff.
So what were some early artists that inspired you? Like what are some early artists that you remember growing up listening to and stuff that made you want to start, you know what I'm saying, pursuing music on your own?
Um, I did music before I even realized there was other kind of music out there. I played the piano from I was 2 years at my grandma's house. She gave me one, so I played with that.
Oh,
So ever
really?
since
So you
I,
started playing the piano at the age of 2?
yeah,
That
according to them, if that's
that's pretty
true.
cool. Yeah,
Uh,
that's really cool.
but I do know a thing or two about the piano, so it might be. I just don't remember it myself.
Do you still play the piano now?
Um, I do. Excuse me, but I play the keyboard on my desktop computer nowadays. So I
Oh
use
yeah.
my computer keyboard to play the piano nowadays
So
since I
so
got digital.
so for the people that are just now like getting familiar and stuff, like tell people a little bit about like the style of music that you make and stuff like that.
That's a big topic. Um, I mean, it's I do mostly every style there is. Uh, I'm not limited to just one genre. So yeah, that's about it.
That's what's up. So
But I do like to produce trap and pop music.
that's what's up. So where can people find your music at that people that are interested in hearing you and stuff like that? Like like where could they find your music at, and what songs would you recommend for like first time listeners to kind of get an idea of like what kind of artist you are and stuff like that?
To be honest, all the music I had out is basically taken down by artists I worked with, and me myself haven't really released so much over the
Uh-huh.
years.
Yeah.
But I do have with Sunshine the song Closer, and then I have another kind of clubby vibe song I made called Uninfinity. Also, look for my name, Unique Beats, and you will probably find most of my stuff that's released.
So what would be the best place for them to find it at? Like what would be the best platforms for them to look at that are interested in in
For
checking
the
you out and stuff?
music,
Yeah.
it's probably like YouTube and Spotify, and if they want beats, they can just look on the beat sites.
So
But I haven't really updated it for like 3 years or so, and
okay.
it's very bad beats, so to say, that I
Yeah.
really don't care for.
Really, you said bad beats? Why do you think they're
Yeah,
bad beats?
compared to what I can do today, uh,
Okay. So
I mean the
so
skill level is so huge.
so speaking of like, things that you're doing now and stuff, what are some projects that you got that people could look forward to, you know what I'm saying? Like what are you working on right now?
Oof, to be honest, I have like 3 albums I'm working on now, plus an EP with new artists I found from the East Coast. Uh,
So do you mainly make music with artists from Sweden, or are you like do music internationally, or like what is your the main artist that you work from, like what you know uh where are they from and stuff?
Mostly it's from America
Okay.
because that's the vibe I kind of do have personally,
Yeah.
and it's very hard to find rappers here in Sweden that actually can do it on my beats because I don't do like Swedish type style.
Yeah.
So it's
What's the type of music that's big out there in Sweden? Like what kind of music is like what's the biggest music out there? Like what genre?
it's probably trap, hip hop, or kind of like Avicii, that kind of music.
That's what's up. So so what was it that I know you touched a little bit on it, but so like what kind of impact do you like want your music to have? Like, you know what I mean? Like what do you want for people to take from your music whenever they hear it? Like what do you want what are you trying to give out to the world whenever you make music?
I'm just trying to make the world feel joy a little bit more. Because I mean, I do my music mostly for myself, kind of
Hmm.
ego, but
Yeah.
if for self benefit, especially during the making. When I made it, finished it, I'm kind of done with it, and then it's the listener's turn to uh, receive what the beat or what I did is going to get them.
So what kind of mindset do you feel like you make your best music at? Do you feel like, you create your best work whenever you're in like a peaceful state of mind, like where you're just, you're not stressing about nothing, where you can just focus on your craft? Or do you feel like you make better music whenever you're stressed out and you're using it as more like a coping mechanism or a way to vent? Like where how do you feel like what kind of state of mind do you like to be in whenever you create your music?
Hmm. That's a good question. I think both of what you said, both scenarios works good for me. Because if I'm in that kind of vibe, I'm doing things a little bit different, you know. But any type of vibe do work if I'm kind of isolated. But it's very hard to have people around me if I'm angry or upset with at some shit.
Yeah. So how do you feel like being an artist that kind of caters to like Western music? How do you feel like that's accepted in Sweden? Like is Western music openly accepted? Like is it kind of like the norm, or do people kind of like, you know what I mean? Like how do you feel like the music that you make being more, working with, artists from the West and stuff? Like how do you feel like how do you feel like people in Sweden, like how do you feel like they accept that?
Ooh, it made me think about when I came up with the idea trap here in Sweden. So I showed it to this rapper, and he was kind of famous at the time. and I wanted to provide something new to the Swedish game.
Uh-huh.
So I did that trap hi hat and a little bit of 808s before he came here, and he was so scared. He was like, "What the fuck is this shit?" I mean, I like it, but I'm not. No, no, no. We gotta do what's working right now. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh damn! Can people take a risk sometime? You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's probably my main issue with uh, collaborations, that I'm trying to be ahead of time and they trying to be in current time or the past, especially like boom bap rappers
Yeah.
trying to do old school stuff. I mean, I don't judge them. It's all good. Do what you want to do, but that's not what I'm trying to do.
So so do you feel like in life, um whenever you have an important like decision or something that you're trying to make, you know what I mean? Do you feel like it's better to follow your mind or to follow your heart?
It depends on what I'm trying to do. What's the reason and what's the scenario?
Well, which one do you feel like you do more, follow your mind or follow your heart?
I think I do better choices when I'm thinking, using my brain instead of feelings. I don't translate feelings too well to my brain, so that's where my music helps a lot. And there I can like talk to myself, and with the feelings I have,
Yeah.
it's kind of a translator to my mind.
Yeah, and that's the beautiful thing is because like with music is also you can talk to other people and let other people feel like, or have a glimpse into the feelings that you express, you know what I'm saying, through the emotion and the beat and stuff. So do you feel like as a producer, do you feel like it's better to get like if you're gonna, let's say like if you had an artist, an upcoming artist that didn't really have much of a budget that they're working on, would you rather get your money for the beat, get paid up front in full, or would you rather get points on the beat? You know?
Um, I'm not I mean, people don't know me as a beat seller. They know me as a collaborator. I rather do great music instead of just selling leases to whoever that destroys my beat and then it's totally gone.
Yeah,
So I rather risk it a little bit and make proper music and have proper um, communities and network, and it gets more personal. Feel
so
me?
are you like picky about the type of artists that you work with, by saying that, like are you do or are you kind of like, as long as somebody, if somebody's willing to put in the work and willing to, what I mean, do what they got to do, are you gonna work with them? Or are you more like, if somebody's not really on that the same level or the same category that you feel like your beat deserves, are you gonna just like pull the plug on it? Or are you gonna try to work with the artist and try to establish the artist? Or are you more trying to just work with artists that are already established?
If you ask me 6 months ago, I would say I try to get people free work and
Uh-huh.
get paid later and get that points that you talked about, percentage royalties. But it doesn't really work that way when you're at my level of music making. People get too jealous. They want to be like me, and they think just because they help me do a beat, then they can do a beat too, and then they kind of treats me bad, and they go their way, and I'm stuck here, you know.
So do you
And
do
now trying to do the opposite and work with people on my own level, but
yeah,
that's really hard when you're so high up, you know, and
yeah,
people are not nice and open minded. It's real hard to get networking done and stuff.
yeah,
But I mean, it's cool. I wait to get these albums out, and maybe she will change.
yeah.
Hopefully.
So what as a you know what I mean, because I liked how you said, like, you know what I mean, like, you don't sell your beats, like you're a collaborator. Like, I like that, you know what I'm saying? Because
It's
I
not for
feel,
the money. I do
yeah,
this for love and joy and
yeah,
good vibes, not to
yeah,
get paid first. If I can, then
yeah.
it's all good. But
That's
that's
the
not the reason I do it.
Yeah, and that's how it's just gonna come back around and be good for you, because a lot of people be trying to nickel and dime each other and stuff. Whenever it comes down to is, we're all artists and we're all, like, you know what I mean, on the bottom and shit. You know what I'm saying? So instead
Yeah,
of
I know.
everybody trying to nickel a dime and trying to scrape everything they can and pull each other down and shit, like, we could just be building each other up to get to a point where we are established, where we can reach back and have those budgets and money and stuff that we can use to be able to help each other, instead of everybody just trying to skim each other on the bottom and ain't nobody getting nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I do these interviews for free. You know what I mean? I play people's music for free. You know, like, I'm not trying to get paid off this shit, because I just enjoy doing it. You know what I'm saying? And I
I
enjoy it.
respect that.
You know. So
Yeah.
so so you said that you've been making beats for, producing for 21 years, right?
It's about 23 years now.
23 years. So as like, if there's like a young producer, you know what I'm saying, like a young kid right now, and they're listening to this, and you know what I mean, and what would be the first advice that you would, give them, being the fact that you got so much time in the game? Because I feel like that's another important thing, because what's more important than money is knowledge, you know what I'm saying, and stuff that we can learn, and by mistakes, trial and errors, and be able to tell people, the younger people, like that, so they don't got to go through the same things that we did. So what would be your first piece of advice of a young producer that's trying to get into the game, like, as far as, like, from scratch, like, or let's say, like, they made their first beat, you know what I mean, like, what would be your first piece of advice for
Um, for starters, that was a really long question.
them?
But to sum it up a little bit, I would say that the music industry is not what you think. Okay, it's a very dark place, and people are snakes and greedy, and they just want to roll on your wave. So be cautious with who you invite and who you're really working with for real. I mean, you can work on stuff in a like mm, on the top layer, but don't go too deep with the person's people that you work with. And the second, I would say, do it for your own benefit, and don't do it for the money, and don't take shortcuts. Do it because you have passion. If not, then it's a job, right? It's an income. Then you gotta think totally different. Then it becomes a business, right?
Yeah.
So
then
that's a totally different mindset.
then it becomes a job instead of a passion, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Or becomes a job instead of a dream, or a job instead of, like,
So the passion should become your job, not the job become your passion.
yeah, like they say that if you love what you do, then you'll never work a day in your life, you know?
Exactly. Exactly.
So so what kind of, like, you mentioned that you know what I mean, like, you know what I mean, you started bringing trap style and stuff into Sweden and stuff like that. So um what,
Yeah,
like,
I was too early. I can say that. I should have waited like 2 years and I would be producing everyone here in Sweden because they didn't have any trap producers here back then.
yeah. But I mean, at the same time, like you were saying, how, like, like, how people be copying and stuff like that. But at the same time, like, somebody copying you is, I look at that as, like, flattering. You know what I mean? Because it shows that you're a leader. Because nobody's copying people that aren't doing something right. And as an artist, you got to be confident with yourself to know that. Because you know what I mean, like, people don't understand, like, we're kind of like in the future, like, things that people are just now listening to, that we put that out like 6 months, a year ago, so we're already on to something new. So even if somebody copies something that we're doing, they're copying something that we did a year ago, because we're already doing something new. You know what I'm saying? So like where do you find like inspiration and stuff like whenever you're making your music, like, you know what I mean, like where do you, like whenever you want to be inspired, whenever you're sitting there and you're kind of getting that, writer's block or whatever they would call it for making beats, like where do you find, like, you know what I mean, inspiration and stuff?
um, how can I put this? Like, if I have a producing block, inspiration block, or whatever, then I don't force it. I close down my door and I do something else. And if I really want to sit here and do my shit, then I just go through a little some loops I made before, or a beat I haven't finished, or whatever, to kind of catch that vibe, that exact moment I can unlock it. Uh, I don't force it. That's basically what I'm trying to say. So when it's there, use it, because you never know when it's coming back. That's
Yeah,
my mindset on that.
for sure. So where do you see yourself from 5 years from now? Where do you see yourself?
Oof, we don't even know if we live that long.
Well, say that you do. Like,
Okay,
what's your 5 year goal? You know?
uh, finish music basically, and learn as much as I can, and keep my eyes on the goal I have, and just moving forward. And what happens happens. I don't really have a goal, because every time I had a goal, it didn't really work, because the industry changed, or the rules changed, or it's not working anymore. They took down a site or whatever. So I rather do the plan step by step.
Yeah, for
So I
sure.
don't have, like, okay, we can do like a small goal, at least 100K views on a song, okay, in 5 years,
Okay.
in one song, not together, just one song,
Okay. So
just to make a goal.
yeah, so that's feasible, because I feel like life is all about, like, even like small goals. You know what I mean? Because just setting small goals, like, saying like you gotta do your laundry and do and clean the kitchen or something. You know what I mean? Like waking up and setting a goal and then going to sleep and knowing that you accomplished that is a feeling of, like, you know what I mean, like
Yeah,
satisfaction and stuff. So it's like I believe in just setting, like, long, like 5 year goals, 10 year goals, 1 year goal, 1 month goal. You know what I mean? Just to feel like a feeling of being of establishing something, like getting some groundwork. So if you could work with any artist, like, like you could have any artist that you could, what I mean, like have in the studio, produce their song, mix it, do everything, put your little, spin on it and stuff. What artist would you want to work with? It could be dead or alive.
um, I don't look at music like that. um, I'm not really for like working with people that I don't know and don't have a personal connection with. It just crashes for me. It doesn't work. That's not me. That's not who I am.
Well, I didn't say that they had to be famous or you didn't have to know them. Just like it could be somebody that you know personally. Like who would just, if you could, if you like what would be your perfect artist to work with on your song? Like who do you feel like would just, you could just go in the studio and make the best song with? Like who would it be?
It's probably my girlfriend, or the new artist I found. I just networked him for my benefit, so to say. Uh,
Yeah,
uh,
and so for people that don't know, your girlfriend's Zen Shine, right? Or Zen Shine, right? Is that how you say it?
Sunshine.
Zine Shine.
Sunshine.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, Zine Shine. All right.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, which she's super talented and stuff. So everybody go check
Yes.
her out too. For sure. Another
But
talented
she don't
music
make
artist.
trap.
Yeah, she's like a pop singer and stuff.
Hmm.
But but yeah, there's a lot of artists, you know what I mean, a lot of movements that coming out of Sweden and stuff. So because I know you through worldwide collaborations. So how did you get involved in worldwide collaborations?
That was from a friend from Cali. He joined you guys for some reason I don't know, and he was like, "Yeah, bro, you gotta join this worldwide collaboration." I'm like, "Huh? Okay, worldwide. That's what's up." So I joined, and it just grew from there. I didn't really know what I was jumping into. I took a shot, and here we are.
Yeah.
I really like this community though. People are nice and very respectful and good vibes and helpful and so it's a really good community. I love being a part of it.
Yeah, for sure. So before we wrap it up, is there like any upcoming songs you want to talk about? Any upcoming projects? Any upcoming ideas or people? Basically like you can just end it. Just basically the floor is yours. So whatever you want to add to the interview and stuff and let the people know about. You know what I mean? Just go ahead and this is just time. Just shine.
Yeah, and if y'all want to go listen to me, that would be appreciated. Just look me up, Unique Beats or Sunshine. You can find her name in the chat here. Uh, and Music are coming. We work hard every day, so stay tuned and calm because it's gonna be fire.
Hell yeah. All right,
Hmm.
man. Well, for go ahead and tell people like your name and everything and where they can find you and stuff like that.
Yeah, my name is Olle, Unique Beats. You can find me at basically every streaming platform, but for the beats, it's mainly SoundCloud and YouTube. And also a little bit on BeatStars, but I hardly use that. And then you can just find whoever I'm working with because it's not going to show up so much about my name in the finished products, only the instrumentals, basically.
Yeah, for
So,
sure, for
yeah.
sure. So I appreciate you coming by, and anytime you got anything that you wanna, what I mean, let the people know about it that you want to discuss or anything, what I mean, you're more than welcome to come back on here. I appreciate you being on here, man, and I look forward to talking to you again.
Yeah, I appreciate that for sure. I will do more interviews here with you for sure.
All right, man. Well, I look forward to it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody go check them out. You know what I mean? The links, I'm gonna put the link in the comments and stuff like that, so everybody be able to find you and stuff. So for sure, man, I appreciate you being here, man. I salute you, man. Just keep doing your thing, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Have a
Yeah,
good day.
you too.
Yeah, peace.